Hey all, this is David, and today's big hairy idea, we're going to cover some insane credit card statistics. I looked up the numbers as I was working on this chapter about credit cards for the cash machine, and what I saw just blew my mind. So, a few basic statistics. One, did you know that 43% of Americans carry balances on their credit card from month to month? Basically, that means instead of paying off your credit card in full each month, which means you pay zero interest if you do that, they're carrying their balances, which means they're paying interest on an average of 17% on their credit card balances. That adds up to a total of $1 trillion in US credit card debt, with an average of $4,000 per person owed on their credit cards. But none of those were the statistic that really blew my mind. There was one above all else that just I had a hard time getting my head around. And that was, as you look at credit card users, credit card balances by income bracket, the amount that people owe goes up as their income brackets go up, which means that somebody earning $25,000 a year is going to, on average, owe a lot less on their credit cards than somebody earning $100,000 per year, which is really an amazing statistic if you think about it. It means that any part of me that would want to say that, you know what, people are probably borrowing money on their credit cards because, you know what, they're just tight at the end of the month. They just don't have enough to get by. You know, if you need food for your family, okay, it doesn't matter how high the interest is. You're gonna borrow money on your credit card. If you know your rent is due and you're about to be kicked out, okay, you're gonna borrow money on your credit card because you need that amount of money. But really, what this statistic came and just shot that out of the water, because what it says is the more money you're earning, the more money you're actually statistically going to owe, which is showing that people really aren't using their credit cards because they've got these emergencies. They've got things that they need. If that was the case, then the people who were in the lowest income brackets would have the highest balances because they were the ones who would have the biggest gap in between what they make and how much they need to put a roof over their heads, put clothing on their backs, put food on their plates. But really, it's those who make the most who owe the most, which is showing that credit cards are not being used just for this basic necessities and as this gap. The people who owe money on them are not doing so because they just need their basic needs met. The people who owe money on them, by and large, are doing it to buy things that are not necessities, that are going above and beyond. And the more money you make, the more expensive your tastes tend to be, and the more money you're likely to owe in your credit card debt, which is crazy. It's like the more we have, the more we spend, the more we owe. It's an absolutely vicious cycle that we've gotten into to the tune of a full $1 trillion in US credit card debt.